Torres Martial Arts Academy. My name is Torres, and I'll be giving you a brief introduction to our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program. So we're going to start with some closed guard techniques. These are the basic attacks, basic submissions from the closed guard that all white belts should learn how to do. The first technique we're going to go over is going to be an arm bar from the closed guard. I'm on my back, I have my partner around my legs. Most important thing you have to understand is when I'm in my closed guard, I always got to be active attacking him or trying to sweep him. First move we're going to learn today is going to be an arm bar from the closed guard. Most basic move we're going to do, how I was taught this move in the beginning, I'm going to grab the sleeve on the same side, I'm going to grab the tricep, I'm going to lift my hip in the air. By lifting, I'm going to pick up my butt. As I pick up my butt, I'm going to pull his arm across his body. From here, I'm going to hug the head. When I pull the head down, I put my foot on the same side where I'm hugging the head, on his hip. Notice how there's no space here where you can pull his elbow back out real easy. Pull your arm out for me, please. I want to keep my leg nice and tight right here. And I have his head down so he can't posture up on me. Try to pull your head up. It's hard for him to pull his head up because I'm pulling down on his tricep and his head. Now, my free leg here is going to help me move his body as I push the head and pull the head and push the head to the side. So I'm going to push with my thigh, push with my hand, and I'm going to turn an angle here as I step over the head. I'm going to pinch my knees together, controlling the blade of the hand, and lifting my hips in the air to make my tap. Again, basic armbar from the closed guard. I'm going to grab the sleeve. Notice how when I grab the sleeve, my thumb is not on the inside, my thumb is on the outside. I never want to have fingers on the inside because if he rolls his hands around my wrist, he's going to break my fingers. They're going to get stuck inside. So I always control 5 fingers on the outside, reach around for the tricep. As I pick up my hip, I pull the arm across my body. I hug the head down. Foot goes in the hip, nice and tight to the body. My leg is going to move him, his body. My hand is going to move the head. As I move the head, I slide to the thumb to control the blade of the hand. I throw my leg over his face. I pinch my knees and lift. Make my tap. So the first armbar that we went over, that was the first armbar that I've learned when I was in Jiu-Jitsu. I had a hard time making the armbar work against larger opponents that were stronger than me because it was hard to get rid of this grip here on my hip to get the arm across my body. Even when I pop my hip, if the guy had a strong grip on my pants or my belt, I couldn't get the arm across. So through trial and error, I realized that if I use this mechanism to break his grip here, I use my cross grip, I punch my hand inside and grab my sleeve. As I pop my hip, I use my wrist to break his grip, and as I drag the arm, I'm going to pull my knees forward. This part's very, very important because I want to break his posture. For him to break my guard, he has to have a good posture, and he's going to be able to break my legs open and pass my guard. For me to drag his arm, I got to drag his arm, but I also got to use my legs to pull his back forward. So I grab the sleeve with the cross grip, I punch my hand inside. As I lift my hip, I pull the arm, pull my knees forward, hug the head again. As I'm hugging the head in the sleeve, it's very hard for him to pull his arm back and get his posture. Go ahead and get your posture, because I'm holding the head down. Now, I put my foot in the hip. As I put my foot in the hip, I'm going to pull the head and then push it with my hand, and I'm going to use my leg to move his body. I move his body. I control the arm still. I throw my leg over his head, controlling the hand, 2-on-1. I lift my hips and pinch, making my arm lock. So those are 2 arm bars. The first arm bar was the basic arm bar that everyone learns in the first day of Jiu-Jitsu. That arm bar gives you the basic idea of how an arm bar is supposed to work, but it's not that effective in real life because it's hard to break the grip and drag the arm across the way that they teach it. The second arm bar is a more effective way to break his grip and drag his arm across his body to be able to trap his arm in his head, to be able to hit a more successful arm bar.